Good. So I think this question was about sensation after having implants, sensation of the skin. And the sensation of the skin can be altered when you have breast implants, both the sensation of the skin and the sensation of the nipple. And by altered, I mean it can either be numb or it can be hypersensitive. It can be overly sensitive. And out of those two, actually, hypersensitivity is worse than numbness. If you do get hypersensitivity, then we advise you to desensitize it, to sort of massage it and touch it to try and desensitize it and make it quite a little bit less sensitive. But sensation can be altered after breast implants. You have all sorts of funny things. People feel like there's vibrations. People feel like there's water running on their breast. There's all sorts of weird sensations that you can get when you do put breast implants in because all the nerves have been stretched. Now, this usually comes back to life. Now, I pretty much always use what's called an inframammary incision, which is an incision at the sort of base of the breast. So I don't actually cut through any breast tissue. When you do an infraareolar incision, you do cut through some breast tissue. So there's more of a risk of sensation, particularly around the nipple, because some of the nerves might be cut with an infraareolar than there is with an inframammary. So I don't actually cut through any breast tissue, but the nerves are stretched. Feel weird, and it does take a while to come back to life. I normally say it can take 9 to 12 months for it to come back to life. It may not come back to life. Usually it does. I've never had anyone who's got a long-term problem with sensation. I've got a lot of people who have short-term, not problem, but comment on it, that it all feels weird. But long-term, I never had anyone with a problem with it. And I think either that's because one, gets better, or two, you start to live with it a bit and it feels sort of... it feels okay and it's not a problem, but it is something that can happen. Again, another thing about to be aware of, the sensation can be altered in the breast, but it usually comes back to life. It can take up to about a year or so for it to really come back to life properly.